man. We got my boy Bobby EOP. We got June right there, and we got a special guest, the NOZ, the
Yeah.
LOS, Carlos, aka 30 Cars, aka Nose, aka Nostradamus, aka it doesn't matter what you call him, he's gonna answer anyways. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you, gentlemen, for having me on. Love y'all, been knowing all y'all for 23 fucking years, and we're still talking bullshit. Might as well put it on tape.
Hey,
so let's roll.
To go back, it's been almost 25 years. If you think about it, it's 96. It's the summer of 96.
Been a long time.
I talked to Eric about this earlier. I'm gonna start writing a book about us. You know, it's
definitely get into that. But right now, the first topic, we're gonna talk about the relief package that the Congress or whoever it is. I'm not a politician type guy, but they really saying we're gonna get as Americans $600. You guys think that's enough? And why not? You approve of this? In my opinion, I think the money that we spend is kind of, I don't think. I mean, it's just a bunch of craziness to me. I think we should be getting a lot more. Other countries are getting taken care of better than us, and we're giving other people money that really, in my opinion, don't really need it right now at this moment. I mean, we need to be supporting ourselves, but this is my opinion. Bob, what do you think about this?
You know what? I think that I don't know where you can rent an apartment for $600.
No more.
Think about that, right? Like, man, like imagine someone that, and thank God that I'm still working and that we all still are, and I count my blessings that didn't happen to me. But I can only think about those people that were affected by losing their jobs, and they haven't gotten a stimulus since what, March, June? That's July.
Right, before that, March,
October, November. That's 6 months with that money they had, and how they're gonna be able to feed for the family and pay rent,
very sad.
pay cell phone, it's not enough. I don't think it's enough. I think that government can do a lot better than that. And that's just my thoughts on it. I just don't see how people can. I worked for minimum wage to get to where I'm at now, and man, it's kind of sad to see.
It's hard, man. Enough said, man.
That's all they can come up with. That's my thoughts on it. So.
It's up. Yeah.
So let's go to Nose right now. What do you think?
Well, me personally, like I'm grateful for whatever I get, man. $1, 5,000. I didn't go work for it personally, regardless if I think I'm entitled to it or not. It's I think all of us were thinking we're going to get a lot more. We're expecting more. So it's a disappointment. So to me included, because shit, man, I'm not going to tell you that I don't want more money. Because of course I do.
Of course. But,
right. I mean, there's certain people that need it more than me, that need more money, right? Yeah. And they didn't get the opportunity that they thought they were going to be given. And from a disappointment standpoint, I can only imagine how they feel.
Yeah. But real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt, but real quick, it's not that we need it or people who are entitled to it more than the other. It's the whole point of a pandemic that we all been through, and the middle class deserve more than $600. And whether you feel you deserve it or not, I mean, people still need to live life, and a lot of small businesses and people are losing jobs because of what happened, which sucks. But I mean, we deserve more than $600.
No, I think, and sorry, I don't want to cut you off, Notes, and I don't want to jump in because I know I have my time, but it's not that I mean, definitely anything is better than nothing by all means. So I think that knowing the country that we live in, right? We came from Puerto Rico. Our parents came here from nothing, made something out of themselves, and allowed us to be to where we at right now. And just to know that, something was brought to the government months and months ago that was a lot more, and nothing happened to it, and now all they can
for some reason,
it's a bit disappointing. Like Carlos said, it's a bit disappointing. Yeah. But something's better than nothing, by all means, right? But I think better as a country. That's what I'm saying. I love my country.
No, I think it's, they say, but you said it right. It's the country we live in. They set the expectations. Pursue the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, happiness a lot of times is tied into monetary gain and how much money you make. If you ain't got the money, you can't afford to be happy, and that sucks because that's not the way it should be, but that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And if you're, if you're not in a position financially to take care of something that should be there already, and you could possibly lose if you don't have the money coming in, and the country telling us we're going to get this and we don't get it. It's more than disappointing.
That's it. And a time like this where you can use money, they're not giving it to us. So, June, what do you got? What do you got on that?
So, first of all, $600. Like, yeah, I agree with what Bobby said. It's something, but at the same time, at the time that we're living right now, 600. That's like
nothing.
It's not enough. It's definitely not enough for it to be a stimulus check. Like for it to be something to try to fix
Jumpstart the
jump
economy.
thing. Like the 600 is nothing. 600 right now. Those 600 people are waiting for the 600 so they can buy their PS5 because it's about $600. That's what the
500
stimulus check. But
that's 500. The other 100 is for the remote control.
Or them Jordan 11 adapts, bro. I'm just saying, they're $500 themselves. But let that sink in, though, right? Like you said it, Juan. Let that sink in, right? Like we're talking about providing people money to boost the economy.
Yeah.
You can a pair of Jordans will cost you $500. I'm just saying. I mean,
but at the end of the day, what can we do?
Yeah.
So
all we can do is talk about it. That's all we can.
Enough said to that. And the next topic is going to be the COVID vaccine. Let's get into it, Junior.
So
right.
Many places have started the COVID vaccine as of this week. I got it. I did get my COVID vaccine.
You did?
I did.
You got it?
Hey, hold on. Everybody, hold up. Everybody, hold up. Juan, we need a moment right now.
Aquí vamos. Nuffsaid, tú sabes.
Here we go.
Now, Juan.
What's your social security number?
Hey, relax, tranquilo, puñeta, que nada más quería hacerle una pregunta, coño. Juan, take your time, breathe in, breathe out. Let us know how you feel.
I was wondering why his computer wasn't working earlier.
That's it. Virus.
It had the virus.
So I'll tell you what. So I got it earlier. I got it earlier this week. I got the vaccine earlier this week. The following day, I got some side effects. I got the headaches. I got the muscle aches. A lot of the side effects are similar to what if you've had the COVID, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same side effects basically. And I was like, oh damn, did I make a mistake? I think I'm over it now. Like I other than my arm being sore, soreness is still there. But I think I'm praying everything goes well, and this is like a step, moving forward, and hopefully to take us out of this whole pandemic. But yeah, just to let y'all know, I did get the vaccine. Just stay tuned.
Oh, that's good.
Hopefully.
So no, hold on. I'm talking about the effects. When you get the flu shot, you end up getting sick for most people.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's
so that's basically what you're saying. So you're getting the effects of COVID, kind of like the flu shot.
Yeah, and it's true. For a lot of people, when they get the flu shot, they get those same side effects as a
right.
After a while, I think I want to say I'm immune to it. So every time I get the flu shot, it's like nothing but
Yeah, I mean, it's like any vaccine, I'm pretty sure it's common knowledge. They inject you with, whatever it is. So a lot of people, like you said, Eric, you're going to feel it to a certain extent.
Right.
But, the symptoms, they're hopefully they're manageable long term. Because right now, I mean, what the Juan described, I mean, it sounds like a bad hangover. Like, damn, that's too much tequila. My head hurts. My body aches, and but right now we don't know if it's going to have any lasting long-term effects. We don't know if months from now, if he's going to feel different or see something different, or it might affect his body differently down the road. So right now it's all, it's experimentation. Unfortunately, in order to do that, we do have to do it on ourselves. And Juan, thank you for being a guinea pig for all of us, man.
Hey, and by the way, real quick, so side effects, for the include pain, redness in the site, tiredness, headache, muscle pain, chills, joint pain, and fever, which basically, at this age is what I feel every day. So, it's nothing.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
it's
tell me that's the way I feel about 3 o'clock in the morning when I wake up every day.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's like
Carajo, porque yo estoy sudando, yo estoy en la cama, puñeta, sudando como si estuviera jugando baloncesto. Pero así que es la vida, puñeta.
Sounds like a good night.
Or are you just getting up at 3 in the morning to whack it? I don't know who the hell gets up at 3 in the morning, bro.
Regardless of the matter, I want to send a shout out to Juan. Juan, thank you. I know we talked about this last episode, and you said you was gonna take, and you would think you were in line for it. I think that people being able to listen to that will give them an opportunity to really second guess about if they should or not. That's fantastic, man.
But
that's player's awesome. Choice, man.
That's awesome.
Nuffsaid. Hold on.
Nuffsaid.
One last thing before we wrap it up. One last thing is like we talked about it last week, and Biggie mentioned it when we talk about certain allergies, certain medication, whatever you're like. If you have those doubts, please contact your provider, your PCP doctor before you go ahead to take the vaccine. They're gonna like if you're healthy enough to do it, or if there's any questions about it. So please contact your doctor prior to deciding to take the vaccine.
Yeah, good point.
Before we finish, Juan, if you start growing hair, please
contact Bugfix.
Please, I don't know where grow afro. Please let me know.
He wants you to give it to him.
Yes. Enough said.
Enough said. Moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Nuffsaid. Here with my co-host Bobby. June. Yes, sir. And we got a special guest in to the O, to the Z, Nostradamus, aka Los, aka Carlos, aka 30 Cars, aka don't matter what you call him. He's still always gonna be saucy.
You call me as long as you call me.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
That guy too. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Glad you could join us again. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button. Today we're gonna get to it, episode 2.
Like Big said, subscribe, press that like button, and continue to share the videos and put us out there. Appreciate it.
Simón Limón.
Enough said.
El que pueda.
Ya tú sabes.
So with that being said, let's jump right into it. Let's get into sports. So we're going to talk about real quick the most obvious, the winners of this weekend.
Oh, man.
You already know. We're going to talk about the New York Jets getting our first win, and the Nets we're on our way to playoff goal, and we're finals bound. So let's stay tuned, man. So let's talk about that. The first game of the season, which was Nets and Warriors. What do you guys think about that game?
I'm glad that we got somebody in the East, that's gonna do, that's not only gonna be good, but they got stars, man. Because as much as I love Boston, I don't give two fucks about anybody on that team. Like they don't move the meter for me. Like I've never been like, man, I want to see that nigga play. You know what I mean?
Tatum is smart, bro. You got to give it
He's
to them.
good. He's good, but he's not a superstar. He's still an all-star level. He's on the cusp.
He's on the come up.
He's on the cusp, but he's not somebody I'm gonna pay to watch.
You're crazy.
I know someone that might agree with you about Tatum. I'm just gonna say that out loud. He knows.
Put him on blast. Put him on blast.
Mike, I got someone for you, Mike. He's on your boat about Tatum.
So I mean, the game was good to me. It was exciting. KD looked really good. He looked warmed up. He played 25 minutes. He got 22 points.
Yeah. He looked
good start. He looked fresh, man. He looked good for somebody that
coming back from the injury. I was concerned, but the way he looked in the first game, if he continues playing that smooth, he's gonna do good for the rest of the season. Just play the same way he's playing, and they'll do great. They'll do great. I see them going a long way.
Yeah.
I'm calling him this year's MVP right now.
You got it.
I'm going to get that MVP this year.
I hope so.
I think his style of play is different because we've seen this injury before, and it's the career ending. But his style of play is going to allow him to recover even as he's still recovering, and playing. Because he's not really a banger, he's not really physical. He's just smooth,
Yeah.
Very fluid.
So like physical energy.
Yeah, man, and Kyrie Irving looked good with 26 points in 25 minutes, as well as KD playing only like 24 and some change, and LeVert 20 points in 25 minutes. The Nets are stacked with 11 great, well, not great, but like good, really good players, and they're deep in the bench, and they all played. Steve Nash knows how to work this team, and I think, not saying they're going to go undefeated, but they're gonna win 40-something games this year.
Special shout out to Spencer Dinwiddie. He bought a home here 6 months ago in San Antonio. And he's a good, he's an all-star caliber player too. He goes anywhere else, he's dropping 28 points a game, easy.
Yes, sir.
Biggie, I know you're a huge Nets fan.
I am.
Obviously, everybody that watched the show last week knows that you're in Jersey now. We miss you a lot.
Yes,
Here's
sir.
my only
Everybody
concern with the Nets, bro. Like, Kyrie, man. You think he can stay healthy all 72 games? Because they're playing 72 games this year, right?
Oh, they're playing. I thought they were playing 50 to 60 games.
They're playing 50 or they're playing 72?
I gotta look into that. But okay.
Somebody confirm. Somebody check.
I'll check.
My only worried about the Nets, it's Kyrie, man. That dude cannot stay healthy. We all know that.
You're right.
Everybody knows that he hasn't played a full season for like the past 3 years or so. If he can stay healthy or at least at 80%, I really see them doing real.
Well, now he has a bona fide superstar to take some of the offensive load off, where he doesn't have to exert all that energy.
Yeah.
So that'll help. That'll contribute to him staying healthy. But yeah, he does have a history of injury, and he's one of the most electrifying players this game has ever seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The dude can ball, he's fun to watch, and I want to see him on the court.
We'll see when they have. I mean, the Warriors are not the team they used to be. Obviously, they didn't have Draymond Green, so I mean, they blew them out pretty bad, in my opinion. I mean, the team played very well, and they won by 26. And KD again with 22 points, Irving with 26, LeVert with 20. They spread the ball out. Even Joey Buckets had a little 10-pointer in there. But until they face a good team, they still have yet to be tested. So I mean,
it's only one game.
It's only one game, so I'm not getting excited, but I think they look good. They look solid. They're going to be exciting to watch. But
question from earlier, it's a total of 72 games for this season, so it's a complete.
It is this season.
72 games.
Thank you, Juan, for the fact check.
Are they going to play more frequently? So instead of having those 2-day layoffs, 3-day layoffs, they're going to cut it down to one.
No, because the Nets played on Tuesday and they play, I think, on Christmas Day. So that's what, a 2-day layoff.
So they just shortened the off season?
Yeah.
Well, they were only off for 70. Well, the Lakers, going back to what Biggie asked, the Lakers were off for 71 days, I think it was.
Okay.
That's the shortest season a champ has ever gone through and go back and play. So
it's going to be a test for the Lakers.
The Clippers, I still don't trust the Clippers. That's just me. I'm a huge Laker fan.
Go Clippers.
I know a lot of people are like jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, Doc Rivers gone. It's still pretty much the same team. They lost one of their key players who went to the Lakers, so we ain't even, so
I think,
this one.
I think letting go of Doc Rivers is a mistake. I'm sorry. It's going to come to bite him in the ass in playoff time. They got no leader on that team, bro. Kawhi, as good as he is, I love him, but he's not a leader. They were missing that in the playoffs. So you saw it, man.
Mm-hmm.
That team didn't want to play for him or with him, Like, everybody quit, including Paul George.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Enough said.
Enough said. Let's go.
We're moving on to let's go back a little bit to boxing because that's where the weekend started this past weekend. We saw Triple G on Friday night. He looked for his age where he's at. He looked great.
I think so too.
Yeah, well, I heard he's like studying real hard, doing a lot of research into me because I age like really good. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that must be it.
That's exactly what I mean. What else is it?
It must have been why Canelo came and fought in San Antonio.
Yeah. By the way, again with Triple G, if it's true about Oscar de la Hoya and Triple G, hey, that'd be nice to watch.
That'd be nice.
We'll see. Moving on to Canelo. How did Canelo look on Saturday?
Bob thought he was gonna get beat up by a 7-footer with 80-inch reach.
I didn't say he was. I didn't. Well, technically they're boxing, he's gonna get beat up. I thought that Smith would have used his height advantage and his reach advantage.
Experience goes a long way.
I thought George Mearsham was going to use his height advantage, and he did shit. So
hey,
X. Yes.
I told you guys, if Canelo wins this fight, and
he's gonna fight Jake Paul.
Dominated the shit out of this dude.
The dude 10 years ago, I'm like, who the fuck is this fucking Irish kid, right? And then I find out he's Mexican.
I thought so too.
That nigga Mexican, bro? That nigga's, man, he's nice, man. I just don't think he gets a fair shake because the talent level right now isn't as good as it was 10 years ago, So they're comparing him to a lot of the greats and they're leaving him out of the conversation because he hasn't really fought as many, high profile fights because the talent ain't there. But that's not his fault though,
Hey, right now, he is the pound for pound best fighter, active best fighter right now. I at first, it's been a while since I seen him fight. And, I asked last week, if you seen the episode last week, we talked about Berlanga and Bob put out the point about let's give it maybe more than a year, maybe 2022. And you're right. Like after seeing,
I agree.
And the shape that he's in and going all 12, the 12th round, he looked fresh. He didn't sit down.
He did.
Him off the water, and he was like ready to go for another 12 rounds. That dude,
he's good. He's good shape, man.
That dude is a beast.
But so
go ahead.
Going back to Berlanga real quick. Going back to Berlanga, if he's calling out Canelo. If after watching Canelo fight and you're Berlanga, you might want to retract your statement because Canelo's pretty much almost almost like greatness, legendary status in boxing.
It's beautiful, man. It's fucking like art, because he gets better every fight, man. Every fight. I think he fought Mayweather when he was too young because he knew that Mayweather was going to retire soon and he wasn't going to be able to fight that. You know what I mean? He wasn't going to be able to get that card, that money. So he took
it was payday.
He took the money, but the kid's a fucking beast, man.
Big mention before, we need to see Berlanga fight a few fights past the first round. Let's get rounds at least to see where he's at. Because right now we don't know. Other than this is the first round knockout kid. That's all we know. 16-0. We need to see to fight like in the caliber of Canelo. I'm rooting for our guy all the way. I want him to do great things. It'll be great to see May 2022 that I'm agreeing with Bob calling it that hopefully for that summer of 2022 we can see a mega fight.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Boy, let's get in there. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I got everything on video. Hey, bro. Hey, 2-1-0. We have the Alamo Dome.
Enough said.
Upset. Too sorry.
Before we finish the segment, just wanted to add a few things to the whole thing. It's gonna be fun to see who fights Canelo. Spence Jr. is in the mix.
Yes.
Jamel Charlo's in the mix.
Charlo brothers are
let me finish.
I don't see them doing
Charlo,
anything against a contender like that.
Benavidez is in the mix.
Yeah.
Triple G still in the mix. He just won at 168. So, I mean,
I think they talked about if he does Spence to go down to 160.
Yeah, so he will have to drop to 160, but Canelo can fight at 154.
I mean,
160, and he just won at 168. So
yeah.
it's I think as far as talent wise, it's stacked. I mean he can still fight.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He can still fight Billy Joe Saunders. He can still fight Andrade. These are all champions in those weight classes. So it's gonna be. I think boxing is gonna be fun to watch next year. I'm gonna add that on there before we finish the segment. So.
Just so you stay tuned, Ryan Garcia on the 2nd of January. Stay tuned. This is a kid out for Ryan Garcia, 2nd January.
Yes.
I'm excited. Yes, sir.
About upcoming McGregor fighting in January.
Yeah.
Just look out for MMA as well to fight end of January. And then we have a few exhibition boxing matches with Mayweather and you know Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Thank you. No. Enough said. Before we finish our sports segment, though, Biggie, I want to take this time. Carlos, Juan, join me, please. Biggie, I know you've been waiting for a long time for this past weekend. Hell, you've been waiting all year long. And it finally happened. How does it feel to get a win and be a Jets fan? Everybody.
Oh, shit! Hold on.
Well, it feels absolutely great. I'm left the New York Jets to go to the Winnipeg Jets of the hockey league.
Want to hear from you?
I
want to hear from you.
I knew this day was coming. I told you last week the upset was coming. I thought it was against I forgot who we played before, but it was this week. So I was close.
So cool. So let us know. Did it suck to win because you can't get the first round? Are you excited if you got your first win? Or you can't get the first pick? Is what I meant to say.
Well, I'm good with Darnold. I ain't gonna lie. You put the right offensive line in front of him, he could be something nice. And our coach is what we got to get rid of because he got rid of Bell and Adams, two key players on that team that could have made a difference, especially Adams on defense. That was the most horrible. Why would you get rid of such? Because the money. It was a bad decision, but
nothing as bad as DeAndre Hopkins. I don't even know. Like I'm not even a Houston fan. I'm like,
I feel bad.
I'm like, why? You know?
I don't know why.
We need to have a segment on that. And you know what? Maybe we'll add that on next week's sports talk. Why the fuck did
Anybody
that
trade
the
great
worst
players?
move?
See, hold
Real
on.
life,
Real quick. I was looking forward to a 0-16 season, honestly, because at least it would have been perfect in some sense.
But you got your Christmas miracle, big guy, and that's all that
How
matters.
I knew it was coming. Moving on. What we got next?
Right quick. So this concludes our sports section for Nuffsaid. Hey, stay tuned. We got more and more. Let's do it.
Yeah, we got. Hay más por ahí. Nomás quédense, aguántense un ratito y regresamos. Nuffsaid.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the next topic. Let's go kicks. But before we get into kicks, I want to have a little toast with my brothers right here, man, for the second show. We're getting on to many other successful shit we got going on in this podcast, but to everything that's going on in life, COVID and all that, man, let's take a shot, man. Salud, my brothers.
Salud para la vida y próspero año nuevo y feliz Navidad.
Yep. This is my de facto shot glass.
I like that.
Hey,
I like that a lot.
By all means necessary, bro.
Are we showing we're finished or what?
Oh, sí, hay que enseñar que terminamos. No sean charlatanes. Y eso no era agua.
I think I was made in one of these, right?
Sí, lo que Carlos puso ahí fue soy sauce.
He said he's made in a petri dish.
Yeah.
All right.
All
right. Next topic. Let's go kicks, man. So I'm gonna kick it off to B.O.B. because this shoe that we're gonna talk about right now is a staple in the sneaker game. It's so exciting for sneakerheads. I want this shoe. Nose wants the shoe. Junjun wants the shoe. We all want the shoe, and because of his passing in an untimely manner, man, it's almost kind of like it's somebody you know that passed that you want a part of them with you, man. Honestly, man, it's a great shoe, man. Bob, tell them what we got.
Yeah, man. Hey, that Kobe 6 Grinch, man. These are dropping tomorrow.
Man,
if you're in the sneaker game and you don't know about this, you've been hiding under a rock. Seriously. These dropped like years ago. Kobe 6. I got some Kobe 8s in the back. I got some Kobe 11s that, thank you, Biggie, for hooking me up with them.
So what color scheme are they coming out in, Rob?
These are probably one of the most sought after Kobe's ever.
Grinch
if you don't know, I'm gonna have one. Put them on the on the.
Yeah, we can't see that, brother.
Yeah. I'm gonna have one. Put them on the podcast so you guys can see them. They call them the apple green. They come with red shoelaces.
Oh,
the Grinch, man. The Grinch colors.
Grinch, apple green. It is what it is. They're super clean. We gonna try to get them. I know Biggie gonna try to get them. I know Juan's gonna try to get them. So everybody wish me luck on them because I'm a huge Kobe fan. We're gonna have the discussion some other time during the podcast. But yeah, man, I can't wait. I'll be waking up at 8:15. I'm gonna have my coffee ready, put the French vanilla in it.
For those who didn't know, the original Protro came out in Christmas in 2010. That's when they originally came out in 2010 on Christmas Day.
Nice.
Yes.
In case you didn't know, Juan is the fact man. Ask Juan, he'll tell you
the fact man. Hey, Jake and the fact man.
So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna get up just like I did last Saturday. I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm gonna put the Splenda on it. Maybe some French vanilla. Maybe I'll put some regular vanilla on it.
Whiskey, bro.
Hey, speaking of last Saturday. Speaking of
with no vanilla.
Saturday, what happened last Saturday?
Bro, I finally hit on sneaker app, bro.
Congratulations! Yay!
Congratulations, you graduated. You graduated. Graduated.
Post that,
I'll buy you a backpack.
post that shoe. Post that shoe. Look at this
Bro,
shoe right here.
Did you get something you wanted, JG?
Hey,
Look at the toe box. Look at the
Biggie.
it's sick right here, man.
Hey, this how I felt. No lie,
That's
no
a
lie.
win. That's a win.
I don't want to take over this segment because I want to give you guys some time to talk and all that. But I literally cry when that app said you got him. I called my wife and she was like, what's up? I'm like, babe, I hit on
made
the
him check
sneaker app, and she was like,
she
what?
made it. She made
Even
him check
she
the
was like,
bank
no
account.
way. She did not believe me. Honestly, she didn't believe at all.
Yeah.
But I did.
Yes,
I hit on
yes.
the SB Dunks Clippers, Christmas ones.
Well, congratulations, man. That's a big.
Yeah,
That's a
and
big pickup, man.
It's a big
listen,
step in manhood, you know?
bro. Like when I mean I haven't hit all year, I mean that I've been trying to get Jordans on the sneaker app all year. So
What he said.
yeah.
Hasn't hit.
And so just to give you guys a rundown, right? And like I said, I'm not gonna take over this whole segment because I want everybody else to be able to have a chance to talk. So my sneaker app is set at size 9 because I only wear retro Jordans on size 9. Every other Nike that I wear is a 9.5.
So, do you real quick? Do you ever wear like men's sizes, or it's just strictly 9?
I was about to.
Was that a joke? Because if it was a joke, remind me to laugh.
No, I thought it was hilarious. You know?
Cabrón. So, déjame contar. La historia es así y la historia es real. So, I have my profile on the sneaker app set at size 9 because of the Jordan retros that have been releasing that I've taken L's and
because of size issues.
January, right? Because I wear size 9 in Jordan retros. So,
right, because of size issues, we get it. Yeah.
Yes, size matters.
Size matters.
Yeah, if you wear a bigger shoe size, you wear a bigger sock. That's
Do
what they say.
do you want to keep going, or you want enough said this?
No, so what the hell just happened?
Enough said.
Enough said. But listen,
bro.
I appreciate sharing my story with everybody.
On to the next one. Okay.
I'm traumatized.
Enough said.
So the audience knows the Varsity Red Jordan 12s come out on the 26th. Those are item, and then the what do you call it? The adapts come out. I believe on the 30th. On the 30th,
Those come out at the end of the month.
but just know, and that L. They're $500. So just so you're in tune or what? No,
400.
yeah, they're $500 for your dad.
Oh,
Get up.
Okay.
I'll post the picture of them, but they're self. What do you call that?
Of lace.
I think that is the future of sneakers. That is the future of sneakers, and the average price for sneakers is gonna be around $300 to $500 for automatically lacing sneakers. In the next, I want to say like 2 years from now, maybe. I don't know, give or take.
Yeah.
But that's like the new price right now because we're slowly approaching the future, man, and we're gonna be like kind of like iRobot type shit.
I'm agree with you, but I'm gonna one up you one. I think the average price for a sneaker it's going to be the average price for a stimulus check, around the same amount, right? That's what we're getting.
I agree.
I'm gonna have to agree with the nose on that one. God
Right?
damn it, nose.
You know what?
Yeah.
Carlos.
Grew up on Back to the Future, watching Back to the Future, and we thought these kicks were gonna, we thought
Back to the Future 2, baby.
flying cars, the shoes, the Nike shoes. When you saw those at first, I was like, oh shit, that's how. But we're getting there, not as fast as we thought we were gonna be there, but little by little.
So real quick, Back to the Future, man. Back to the Future 2 is probably my most favorite movie, and I could watch it over and over. Like I watched it from like the first time, right? So about 2 or 3 months ago, I was watching it, and I noticed that one of the scenes when he first got to the future of 2015, there was people walking. I noticed their shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck? I noticed the shoe, and I'm like, so I paused it, did the whole zoom in shit.
Jordan 3.
They were rocking these in 2015. Like, this has got to be the craziest shit to me, because this is like my favorite Jordan, the black. I don't know if you guys remember, I had these back when they came out. They re-released for the first time.
Yeah, I got a pair. I got a pair in my closet. Just want to say that.
And this right here was being worn in the movie Back to the Future 2015. Like, to me, that's just crazy, man. If
No
anybody just seen
way.
it,
And guess
I just put it out there. I'm excited because I love the movie. I'm like a little kid when it comes.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
That's like my favorite. One of my favorite trilogies. Even though 2 is my favorite, I still love all 3. But 2 is the best, man. And you can't get no better than that. And it's timeless, just like the Goonies and a bunch of other 80s, early 90s movies. Without further ado, let's move on to the next topic, which is businesses charging too much, such as funeral homes. What do you guys think about funeral homes, their prices, and what they do for those prices? Because there was a man on Instagram who kind of put funeral homes on blast. He was pretty much saying no matter what you pay for, you're getting the same. Like, no matter what, like, they're not doing anything for the person that's been deceased. As far as what you pay for, they put you in a box. There is no such thing as an airtight box, or there's no such thing as this, blah, blah, blah. There's so many other things that go into it, but they're taking your money and telling you they're doing things, but they're not really doing things. So what are your takes on it? Nose, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so I mean, me personally, got a lot of experience with this. I actually looked into some when my father passed. So shout out to my father real quick. He died 8 years ago today.
May he rest in peace.
65th Regiment, Infantry, Purple Heart, Korea. Bless her, love you, Dad. So when he passed away, so we're looking into like getting a funeral home. I'm not sort of a funeral home, but an old folks home, but also a casket for my dad and all that shit, right? Man, let me tell you, bro, those prices are ridiculous.
Very.
And even if you got it, why would you spend another $10,000 on top of the other funeral expenses, for a casket? Because it's got like fucking some crazy pillow. Fuck the pillow. My dad's dead, nigga. Like, he don't need the fucking pillow.
Right.
You breaking me, and I'm trying to help. I mean, I obviously I didn't make as much money, but even my sister was like, man, we can't do this, And I can one up you one like old folks homes too, man. They juicing them, man. Those are $200,000 a year for like a regular. They're monetizing pain. They're monetizing death. They're taking advantage of our elderly, and I don't like that shit at all.
Oh, very much so. Just real quick before anybody, and anybody else goes. My father once told me, man. He told me like, you don't got. I'm paying for insurance now. You don't got to worry about anything when me and your mom go. Blah blah blah. You're taken care of. Like it's sad, like that we got to actually prepare ourselves for, And when my dad told me that, I didn't tell him this. It's just my thoughts. This is just like, why are you telling me this? Don't tell me this. I'm not expecting you to go. You're gonna live forever. Like I don't want you to tell me this, but we all know what happens. But
right,
if you don't have insurance or you don't have anything like that, you could be paying out of pocket a tremendous amount of money, man. And it's
Wow.
if you don't have it, what can you do if you don't have insurance or you got to come out of pocket? I mean, not everybody could go fund me. Not everybody has that luxury of having friends that could donate 100, 200, 300, $400 to help you bury somebody
Right.
that you love. It's like, me personally, I want to be cremated. I don't want to be buried. I don't know. I just feel like cremation is being more free to me. That's just my thoughts on it. But I think that's a cheaper way to go out. It's an easier way to go out for a lot of people, and it saves a lot of people money in cremation. But
Right.
real talk.
Right.
Enough
Real
said,
talk.
enough
Right.
said.
So, man, like, what would you want that last time about you to be remembered as, right? And I guess that's where I wanted to leave it at. I wanted to be remembered like the same way that I was when I was alive, and I guess that's the way that I'm looking at it. So,
I mean, I hope so. I mean,
no, yeah, absolutely. But I
I would always remember you like.
No, yeah,
Robert.
and
Hell
not,
yeah.
and I mean that like, and I mean that by not being in a casket, and I mean that by not being cremated, and I think that's where my thoughts are on it, right? Like,
I think you're right. It's spot on.
yeah,
I mean, you
and there's no right or wrong answer to that,
correct. Yeah.
because I'm probably one of those people that are probably listening that are not prepared, right, for that conversation, to be like, hey, where am I? Where, what do I don't wake up. I didn't wake up one day and said, you know what? ¿Qué voy a hacer yo si yo quiero una casket o que me quemen? O que me pongan en un río, que me pongan en el mar, en un jodido barco, en una canoa, lo que sea. And I guess that's where I'm coming from on that. Like, yeah, and as far as what you're saying is, yeah, a lot of people may pay a lot of money for it because maybe some people want to see that significant
Peace of mind.
right? That peace of mind of seeing them there, right? So, is it a lot of money compared to other things that we do as humans? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's expensive as shit, but
yeah, man, I think it puts
that's one of those answers that I can't give you a certain answer on. I
Yeah,
gave you my thoughts on it. I hope you understood it.
There's no right or wrong. I think it puts the thing is for
right
me,
or wrong. Right.
I think the death itself puts a lot of strain emotionally on your family, but now you're adding a financial stress on top of that. So and that's hard to deal with both.
Yeah.
And then to go out there and then to smile and pretend like everything's cool, man. No, it's not cool. Some people can do it, some people can't.
Right.
And
Right. Well, Juan, let's hear what Juan got to say. I'm curious what he got to say because
quick. Hey, yeah. Now that we're talking about this, sometimes, like you said, Robert, people won't think about it until either something happens within the family or something happens that you experience, like makes you think like, damn, I gotta start thinking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I've gotten to that point. I'm gonna let you know right now. I do want to be cremated. I want, I don't want nobody to spend no ridiculous amount of money on me.
Exactly.
As long as the get-together is there and you celebrate my life. If you want to play this podcast over and over, you could play this podcast over and over. Salute you.
Salud.
Yeah,
Juan.
And that's okay, Juan. Like, I think
absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
Okay. That's okay. Enough said. Like,
at the end of the day, celebrate that person's life.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of
for everything they did in their life, for the changes they made in your life, because a lot of times, people have impacted your life in a way that sometimes you don't realize, and we talk about our friendship, I think for us at the end of the day, when I'm gone, celebrate my life, celebrate life, don't spend all this money. There's no need for, buying these like expensive ass caskets and all this stuff. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
I'm with going in peace and y'all being good with where
Yeah, definitely.
I
definitely.
agree.
Are you okay? I can't hear anything though. But Robert, I like your glasses, sir. Stylish. Stylish.
Yes, sir. Here we go. We're going on to the next topic, but first let me introduce BOBBY. Bob in the house.
El más charlatán de todo, tú sabes.
Oh
Shut your
man,
mouth.
here we go.
And the NOZ, the nose in the house as a guest. Maybe,
Yeah.
isn't it? I don't
Mister, I don't care what you call me as long as you call me, baby. Look me up on Facebook.
know. Please tap him. Get some shots of him in here. But hey, moving on. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about the music. Let's go ahead.
You didn't introduce me. You didn't introduce me.
Totally skipped you, dog.
Forgot about Biggie.
Totally skipped you. Never mind that guy wearing a Nets jersey. He's a rebel.
Maybe that's why he didn't introduce you, bro. You don't need to introduce your team.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Listen up. I introduced you. BOBBY. I introduced Biggie the Barber, and then I went on.
I didn't hear that at all. I didn't hear
Nobody heard that.
Nobody heard it.
Now, let's enter the ages. In this corner, Biggie the Barber.
Please comment below if you heard Juan say Biggie at the beginning,
Absolutely.
so we can make sure that Biggie knows that we introduced him, just so we know that.
You got-
How about this? How about this? We'll make a wager. If he did say it, then Biggie the Barber will now have to expand his barber game to the pubic region. Yep. He's going to have to fade the bolas.
Absolutely not. Yo. Next topic.
All
Next
right.
topic. Next topic. Next topic.
Moving on, we're moving on to music. What's coming up? What's banging? You know, we're at the end of the year. What did you? Oh shit! What didn't you expect from this year?
I'll kick it off if you allow me. Like me personally, from a music standpoint, you really the one thing I do like about the newer generation, you never know what you're gonna get for real. Everybody's an individual. Everybody's unique. You know, I think we grew up in the 80s, 90s, 2000s where there was a certain stigmatism that there was with making hip hop music, and you can say all you want about the content, but I think the mentality is correct. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to be that in order to be an artist. You know, everybody's they're embracing individuality. So I like that. You know, I don't mind necessarily listening to all their music, but I can respect that. You know.
Was there anybody new that stood out to you this year that you say, hey, go ahead and put them on your playlist. Go ahead and put them on your Spotify for this upcoming year.
As far as new artists, I wouldn't say he's new, but he could be new to some people. There's a rapper out there, and his name is Nems, Nems, and he didn't just come out. He's been out for years, but his platform is kind of like coming out slowly, like this year. I think, in my opinion, is more popular now. He's a dope rapper. He's from Coney Island, New York. He's nasty. He's still kind of new on anybody's radar. If you like hip hop, I mean, he's dope as shit. I mean, his content is nasty. He's got a good punchline game. It's one of his punchlines is "fuck your life." I mean, it's pretty entertaining.
You know what I like and what I did like, was the resurrection of Wale. You know, him coming back. after a hiatus. Nobody know, like he just kind of fell off the map. We're like, yo, like at one point, him and J. Cole were like the same level, if not Wale was better at one point, right? And for him to come back and hit it hard, seeing him, and because he's such a good dude, man, and his contributions to the community and all that stuff, man, and like what he does for the Black community, for all communities, as and for him fixing his mind right, getting himself right, coming back and hitting the music scene hard. I mean, I thought that was nice, man.
Oh, this past year, Busta Rhymes came out with that album which was straight up fire, and
fire.
And to me, for hip hop, to me that was my album for hip hop for the year. Even though Nas.
I agree.
Nas came out this year as well. Right? Nas came out this year, and there was a few other ones that there were there, but as far as hip hop, definitely check out if you haven't. Oh, Eminem that just came out too. He threw out that other one right now. Listen to it.
Side B.
Yep, Side B. Listen to it, of course. Eminem is one of the greatest of all time.
Music to be murdered to, real quick, just throwing it in there. Music to be murdered to, Side B or something like that.
Shout out, speaking on the music, I'm back with Money Machine Music, so I got my boy D Jackson. They're gonna launch a video. Shout out to D Jack. They're launching a video for a song called Water. Comes out January 1st on New Year's Day. Check it out. You can look them up, Money Machine Music, and which I'm a part of. I'm thankful to be a part of, and you'll see a lot of more coming.
Nice.
Real quick, Nose, how can we find you on YouTube and or whatever platform you guys are on? Because I know they're on YouTube, and I've heard some of the songs and some of the albums that they put out and all that. Man, they're pretty dope. Southern rap. I mean, you got to be into this shit. You got to be into hip hop to listen to them.
Yeah,
they're very lyrical and
lyrical. They're they got, everybody's different, which is good. Nobody sounds the same. Subject matter changes from verse to verse. They don't keep it stagnant. Nobody plateaus. It's a good mix of people, good mix of talent, and I like them. And I'm honored to be working with them and here moving forward.
Hey, and speaking of that, we're in the topic of hip hop. I found this kind of amusing. DMX has a cologne out right now.
Oh shit!
Really? DMX
smell like pit bulls.
And then also tequila out.
I had to throw that out there. I had to.
You say
Does it smell like pit bulls?
It smells like dog.
We'll have wax. Try the cologne and get
like dog.
Feedback on the cologne. How about that?
It smells like dog and cocaine.
Straight up Hennessy. Like you just pour. That's the DMX cologne right there. I don't know, but it's out there. But also the P Diddy, Biggie, you sent me that video. I think that shit was hilarious. P Diddy got a tequila out as well.
Yes, he does. I want to try that. I definitely want to try that. I didn't like his brandy line, but maybe I want to try this because it seems very tasty. But then again, looks can be deceiving. So we'll see.
Yeah, and also The Rock came out with that tequila. I still need to try.
It's some good shit.
So if anybody got a bottle, Medina, if you're listening, bring that bottle over. Hey, I need to try some of that tequila from The Rock and see if it's actually smooth like you say it is.
Well, here's my question: do I have to drink it on the rocks, or can I drink it neat? No.
If you smell the music, if you haven't kept up, Daddy Yankee has thrown out those weekly parts of his concert. The concert, the concert happened last year. The concert happened in 2019 when he did the 12 concerts. He sold out each concert. So they've combined all the concerts together.
As he should.
They combine all the concerts together to put that, part 1, part 2, part 3. Part 3 comes out. Oh, it's already come out. It comes out on the 24th. I know this is gonna release on Friday, but his part 3 comes out and it's banging. Like for me, in my experience with Daddy Yankee and his concerts, has always been fire. It's always been like on top. So
he puts on the show. That's what it's about. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, last concert I went before the pandemic was him in Austin, and when I tell you that he put on a show, I mean it was like hits after hits after hits. You don't stop singing, like, because if you're a Daddy Yankee fan, you know his songs, right?
yes,
Like you don't stop. I left there like
yeah.
Well, how many Daddy Yankee concerts you been to?
papi, eso fue más que uno. Te estoy diciendo que fue más que uno. ¿Tú no
Papi, eso más que uno. Letting your cousin's voice inflection and delivery influence you.
But fue más que uno, pero Roberto nunca se queda atrás. Nunca se queda atrás. Yo nunca me
queda atrás.
me quedo
atrás.
The last thing on this topic, speaking of live music, Yandel is throwing out a live concert on New Year's. Yandel is throwing out a live concert on New Year's. If you're a fan,
by himself,
if you're a fan of We Seen Yandel, check it out. He's throwing a live concert. The next project for Yandel is with, apparently there's an album that they've been talking about, is Daddy Yankee, We Seen Yandel, a whole album of free that's coming up. So that
hold on, and that's something to talk about, because I don't know if about watching a whole Winston or Yandel or whatever concert by himself, but Daddy Yankee, oh, that's the king, man. Anybody doing anything with the king, man, is worth watching, my opinion.
But Wisin and Yandel and Daddy Yankee on an album together,
Man.
yo, that's
I thought it was Yandel and him, or Winston Yandel
like
both together
Wisin
with
y
him.
Yandel, like
All right, that's
los
even
tres
better.
juntos, los tres juntos. es lo que quería decir.
I don't like the guy that yells all the time.
Diablo, arranca pa'l carajo con esas porquerías, bro. ¿Qué tú estás diciendo?
Yeah, Winston sin Yandel.
We've seen Yandel. We've seen Yandel.
Winston sin Yandel. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm with you, Juan. Though. I'm with you, Juan.
To my opinion, before that album should have happened, Daddy Yankee and Nicky Jam should have done something. Los Cangri, them together. Like you said, Big, they started together back in the 90s. They should do something together, and that shit would be classic. Like
Johnny Blaze.
Nicky,
That Nicky Jam fucking show was fire.
Yeah,
fire.
It was fire. Yo, shout out to Nicky Jam. We gotta get Nicky Jam on here for real
We
shit.
gotta get you on here. You know,
I'm not the biggest fan of reggaeton, but yo, I love reggaeton, and Nicky Jam needs to be on this.
Enough said.
Let's get you on here. Enough said, baby.
Enough said. Tú sabes.
Hit me up, Nicky.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Nicky Jam's gonna be on our show. I guarantee it. Enough said.
I think Biggie. I think it's Biggie's had one too many, not whiskey but bourbon.
No, I watch what I do, bro. It's gonna be a fucking low watch, man.
No, claro, papi, tranquiliza, estamos bien,
Yo,
no hay problema.
Watch. Go ahead.
He said, go ahead.
What's up? What the fuck, man? Dog. Let's wrap it up another day, bro.
Hey. So here, going on to the next topic. Excuse us because most of us are already tipsy, but here we go. Hey, we're talking about shows, movies, what's coming up next that, now that you're in that Christmas break, you just want to chill, you want to relax. What do you binge watching right now? What are you binge watching? What movie are you looking forward to?
Yeah.
I go first. Can I go? Can I go first, people? All right, real quick.
Of course you can.
Yeah. Did anybody expect anything else? No.
Okay.
On you, Mark. Get set. Go.
Go. Okay. Real quick. All Rise. This is a great show. It's about law. It's about cops. It's about criminals. It's about everything, man. I've been watching this shit for the last 4 days.
Is it
Great show?
New York Undercover?
Absolutely not.
That fucking show's
Absolutely
dumb.
not. No, but check it out. It's called
What was
All
the name
Rise.
again?
All Rise. I just said it, but All Rise again. All Rise. All Rise. All Rise. It's a great show. Check it out. I've been watching it. There's 2 seasons out. First season is 21 episodes. Second season right now, I think it's still in the works, so it's 1 to 6 or 7 episodes. Great show. What else check out?
Seeing the last episode of The Mandalorian season 2, bro.
Hey, but no
Bro.
spoilers.
No spoilers.
Agreed.
No, but there's more coming. And Jon Favreau, that some bitch right there, boy, man, he's a freaking genius, man. He's got
What show is this?
And The Mandalorian.
Oh, Mandalorian. Okay.
Yeah, man, but it's not just that, man. He's tying everything together. He's he's keeping the old heads like us, that saw the first the first trilogy, but he's got something for the new ones, for the kids that they don't really know about that as much. And man, he's putting it together nicely. That dude's a fucking genius.
He is, and I agree. I was gonna talk about him. If you haven't looked him up, Jon Favreau, he comes out in the Iron Man. He's the assistant to Iron Man. If you don't know about him, look up his movies. He directed Elf. Now that we're in the holiday arena and stuff like that, he directed Elf. Elf is an instant.
With Will Ferrell?
With Will Ferrell. Yeah.
Is there sugar and maple syrup?
That would be the only Elf.
Well, I know me and Juan actually haven't talked to you specifically about this, because me and you can go on for fucking hours about this shit. But
Woodies and boners or what?
yeah, well, that maybe.
Yeah.
Now you got bathrooms that everybody can walk into. You never know.
Enough said. So, I'm gonna go ahead and jump. I can't. By the way, that's our guest, Carlos, who knows.
Shout out to the guest, Nostradamus, aka
Yeah, baby.
aka
30 Sanchez, aka tenía 30 cajos.
aka souped up Camry.
See, hey, New Yorker, him.
Yeah, man, that Chrysler, brother.
So,
aka 360.
Hey, thank you for watching us, guys. Subscribe, comment.
Subscribe.
Real quick. Go ahead, June. Go ahead, Juan. Go ahead.
Like Bob said, hey, definitely press the like button, subscribe, share the video, so that way we get the followers. We're gonna keep doing this for the next year or so. I see big things coming on, and if there's a subject that you want to discuss, let us know. You want to come on, family, friends, you want to come on onto the show, let us know. Hey, we'll definitely do it.
Let us know if you want to, whatever you want to come on, let us know.
Hey, real quick, man, before we go off air.
Oh, God.
Excuse me. Coming to America, Part 2. If y'all ain't seen the previews, Coming to America Part 2. Go ahead, check it out. Fire ass movie, man. They got the original cast plus more.
Yes.
Just putting that out there for a great movie that's coming out. Please check that out, man, because that's one of my favorite movies of all time. Part 2 is coming soon, March on Amazon.
You beat Joe Lewis's ass.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I already know.
Fuck you. The preview news itself, it looks epic. Like
Amazing.
comes out in March. Like Biggie said, comes out in March. Check it out. Coming to America 2 is out this weekend. Is Wonder Woman. So for those who
Yes.
are looking forward to that, Wonder Woman comes out this weekend. Check it out. I think it's on HBO Max. If not, the theaters. Yeah, but definitely I'm gonna check that out and see if I can.
Yes.
Real,
It is
real, real,
not a porn. It is not a porn, right? It is.
yeah, it's not a porn, but real quick after the show, can we hang out a little bit more? Whoever wants to hang out, I'm kind of lonely. I'm in Jersey, and I enjoy this. So if y'all want to hang out with me after the show, please stay on.
Why did you move to Jersey?
Indeed,
You moved to New Jersey to quit your job and to pay triple in rent. Come back home, man.
When you have different values in life and you just want to try different things, then this shit just happens, man.
You can't
I don't know,
talk to me about values wearing a Nets jersey and a Jets
Nuffsaid.
We are undefeated. Enough said.
Yeah.
Nuffsaid. Juan, close it off for us. Juan, close it off.
Enough said.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
To all and to all. Good night.
Merry Christmas, man.